And we're back again. True fans here. And still, you have me, Kuya Nyo AB, the brother of everyone, Kuya, here in our language in the Philippines. And we'll definitely ask False JL later. How did they call brother, big brother in Indonesia? And shout out to all Indonesian fans as well. So it's going to be a good night for everyone. But now we're prior the break, we have seen that there was a continuation of the game. So Frenzy got another win against Quantum Satoru Alpha. So I stand corrected. It's Quantum Satoru Alpha, not Gojo Satoru Alpha. So my sincere apologies earlier, but to correct that, it's QSA. So it's going to be Quantum Satoru Alpha. But match point here on the side of Frenzy. So what's going to be the response of the QSA? But a lot of things have happened in different regions as well during the draft. Also, the Indonesian draft, there are like a lot of reverse sweeps that happen. So probably that's going to be something that we're going to witness here. Considering that a lot of teams have their pocket picks, probably for those scenarios or similar scenarios just like this. And I know for a fact that members from QSA will definitely have a hard reboot when it comes to, like, when you reboot the computer. You have to have that hard reset, because it's going to be a problem for them if they will allow the momentum to be on the side of Frenzy. But it's never too late. They still have time. They still have this opportunity to really turn the games around. So the draft is really important, and probably they're going to use their comfort picks at this point, because that is their Cinderella story magic. They really have to utilize their magic as of now. And speaking of magic, you can see here, this is a magical cat here. Let's see, that's my magical cat. And probably he will be, or she will be, giving magic buff to both teams, to QSA and Frenzy. But on the side of Frenzy, the momentum is on their side. So it's up to them if they're going to continue this momentum up until winning this third game, because they are already a match away from securing this win against QSA. Or will they allow Quantum Satoru Alpha to reverse the game and heading towards game number 4 up until the full 5 games? So we'll never know. We'll jump right in later on with the draft. But as of the moment, there are like different draft that I've seen from other scrims and also other professionals. And if you would notice, aside from banning Chip, Louis is still the viable pick. Aside from Louis, you could also use the X-Borg is still a good pick. But if you have like tanky heroes for your roamer, or you have like a Baksha on the opponent side, Falir is like a huge it's a good counter against those tanky magic defense, because of the searing torrent that it gives. Magic penetration, the percentage damage, whenever you have like a huge HP, it will be easily be sucked up by that searing torrent. Not to mention, we have also have other heroes that they could definitely play with. If you have like 1-1 on the opposing side, you can use Layla just to hard counter with the range game. I've seen Nathan also went back to meta as a mid laner just to counter a Kimi. But the problem with Nathan in the mid lane is you really have to have like a huge escape mechanism, because if you're going to use your ultimate, it's going to be costly for you. Or if you want to escape, Flicker is a costly battle spell, because if you have opponents that have crowd control, it's either you're going to have a Purify or a Flicker. So it's not a viable pick just because of the escape mechanism that is absent on the side of Nathan. Moskov is still good when it comes to prioritization of pick-offs, with the SOD and Spear of Misery that could push away members, or you can push them onto each other to give that knockback and a crowd control. But we'll definitely see what will be the final draft from both teams. Here, you can see Fanny is still banned by QSA, Quantum Satoru Alpha, and Kalea on the side of Frenzy. So they can still opt for banning either Phobius, Badang, Lucas, or they could still ban. Probably could ban Kimi, because Kimi has been a huge problem for most members. But Lucas is going to be the second ban on the side of USA. Frenzy, they still ban Chip. Oh, so Chip it is. So they could flex pick Baksha. Badang is still viable for them, or Phobius. Those three is still good for the X-Plane. But if they want something extraordinary, they could opt for Terizla for that extra layer of crowd control, but they opted for the Badang, which is a good pick. So if you have a Badang, Frenzy can still use Baksha Gatot, or Baksha CC, or they could use their first game draft Baksha Phobius just to secure those. Baksha it is, and Kimi. Okay, since we have a Kimi here, they could opt for Farsa. Farsa is a good counter to the range game of Zephyr's Kimi. So it's still going to be an Irritel for the gold lane of QSA. So Hayabusa to hit Kimi. Kimi could be quite problematic for the side of QSA if they're going to allow Kimi to snowball in the early. And the traction pulse is really a huge hurdle for the side of QSA. So they really have to answer that with a Hayabusa to go at the back line. But again, as mentioned, it's still going to be the Baksha Phobius for the side of Frenzy. They could ban out Farsa if they want. Valier, if I'm QSA, they really have to utilize. See, they banned out Farsa. So you probably heard me, but there's a stream delay. But Farsa is also a hard counter to Kimi. Also would give you like a range for the side of QSA. So Granger is still open. They can still use Granger or 1-1 as mentioned. You have two defense heroes, Baksha and also Phobius. So you can easily do a backlane free hit with a 1-1. But Bruno is also good. The first game draft minus the mid laner. Oh, I forgot about Sicilian. Sicilian is also good, but if I'm QSA, Valier is still good. After a fist wall, fist crack, you're gonna use Valier's Ring Torrent. Okay, let's see. Eve is good. Oh, but Vexana with that Eternal Guard and Curse Blast and the Deathly Grasp, just to immobilize members from Frenzy. So again, Suyu is open. Joy is still open. It's going to be Suyu. It's going to be a caster's draft magic. So ladies and gentlemen, our fans of True International, let's be true. Internationally, this is probably or possibly going to be the last game, or are we going to see a game number 4? Quantum Satoru Alpha here on the blue side versus Frenzy here on the red side. Marshadow with the Vexana, Charmeleon with the Hayabusa, Rizado with that Irritel, Alker with the Badang, and we have Shiba 1 with that Glue. Chocolatier as Fulvius, we have Super Doza with that Suyu, Dokya with that Baksha, and we have Secret with that Bruno, and Zephyr with that Kimi. So our time is 36 minutes past 6. Game number 3, match point for the side of Frenzy. What's going to be the answer of USA? So we're gonna know what's gonna happen here for both sides. So it's going to be an early leash for both teams just to utilize and take their resources as early as possible. The first one is going to have the level 4 to definitely rotate as early as possible. But now we could anticipate there's going to be a skirmish here in the mid lane. So disengage is going to be the call from the side of QSA. And probably we're going to have in XP lane aggression. Because they don't want to have more resources, but that's going to be costly for the side of Frenzy. But they were able to take the Beal away from the jungler of QSA. Charmeleon's lacking 1 gold Beetle, or lacking a resource from their jungle, but they have an information, so they're gonna take all the resources as well. And also this Beetle, so a retribution was all being pop. And it was still taken by Baksha, so that was a good steal and contestation coming from Dokja. But here on the bottom side, what's gonna happen? Oh, okay, we're gonna have a Soul Sever here. An Evil Queller disengaged coming from Super Doza, but the Curse Blast was utilized by Marshadow. Ooh, the roar came from Leo. Half-Life for Secret! So it's going to be a problem later on if they're going to give much space. But here, Demonic Force will be engaged. And again, just to fend off, almost taken down by 2 members of QSA. But the revenge coming from Super Doza and waiting for the Turtle. Turtle is now up for grab. 2 members from the side of QSA. Also from the side. Evil Queller is going to connect. Okay, but just stunning that. Oh, Quad Shadow out. Makikita natin din dito. Okay, we're gonna switch now to RBSI, mga kaibigan. Makikita natin dito Alker and the SOD connected, but SOD indeed against 3 members. Kakakaroon dito na split-split. Ginagawa dito, makaka-split-split away ba dito ang ating Glue? Pero yung tinalo na Demonic Force, Doxa is down. And of course, that's a 1 member down from the side of Frenzy, giving a 1 kill advantage, but in favor of the are they still going to contest, but Chocolate was able to take down Shiva 1 and Zephyr that 1-1, 2 minutes and 45. Huge advantage on the side of Frenzy, taking down the turtle because it's going to give a turtle shield and buff for the members of Frenzy. Okay, we can see jetpack coming from Zephyr, but again we have this Leo Brizado trying to poke and also taking down this Kimi here, the mid lane, putting some pressure, but in the expense of the gold lane. But he was able to return as early as possible to take 2 minions here, 2 ninja minions, but okay, taking advantage here. Secret taking the golden shield, but fist wall, fist crack. Nakita mo na gitagak na yung Pikachu, but again the Pikachu with that Ogi Shadow kill at the back line. Napatay na naman si Secret. Secret no more again. But here in the mid lane, they're trying to put pressure. Napakaganda pinakita dito ni Marshadow with that Deathly Grass and Curse, Deathly Grip and Curse that. But speaking of, before natin continue, napatay doon kagad si Marshadow. But with that skirmish at the top lane, nagiging problema ngayon sa side ng Frenzy itong Eternal Guard. Because aside from the crowd control, meron din talaga siya magic burst damage na napakasakit. That if you're gonna allow that to snowball later on, magiging huge disadvantage for the side of Frenzy ito. 4 minutes for the game, 2-2, equal ang ating lamang. Deathly Grass will be secured, and also, Deathly Grass and also Curse, or Deathly Grip and Curse Blast combo with the Fist Wall, Fist Crack, Soul Quiver, and also this Evil Queller, Soul Sever pala, and Evil Queller combo coming from the Suyu Super Doja. Mabubuhay pa dito ngayon si Shiva 1 at yun nga, Shiva 1 is able to escape that potential pick-off pero yun na Ugi Shadow Kill para natalo na din kagad dito ng Chocolate and they are zoning out members away from Turtle. Taking another Turtle objective dito ang Frenzy. 3-2 pero yun, nagkaroon ng wall na naman dito, hinarangan Chocolate pero itong another vision. What's gonna happen is that the rotation is very evident na ngayon ulit sa Frenzy. Okay, nakuha natin yung mga resources na kailangan natin but at the expense of other objective. Nakuhaan ka doon, nabawian, and wrong turn dito ngayon si Alker. Muntikan pa talaga mabubuhay doon but he went to the wrong push. Pero yun, para mauubos pa talaga sila dito but it's 4-3. Lamang dito ngayon ang ating mga kasama from QSA. Para mga kasama natin dito sa Frenzy, tamang trabaho lang ang mga roamers and junglers natin. Pero ang mga junglers natin na nandito ngayon sa ating XP lane. Pero dito naman sa top lane, nagkakaroon ng bakbakan dito. Pero hindi natin alam if may information o hinarangan kagad that demonic gaze. Try to push up member away from the turret. Dito si Alker. Bibigay siya ng vision sa kanyang kasama na si Burizado. Pero Burizado, tamang depensa lang talaga dito and was able to secure that other gold objective which is that gold crab. Pero ang rotation talaga, yun yung kailangan nilang sagutin. Proc na dito ang demonic force. Alam din kagad na ni Burizado yung information. Eternal Guard na nagamit na dito. Ugi Shadow Kill and Quad Shadow. Nagamit na ng Revitalize at paalis na dito din si Doxia. Pero yun, naiwan si Shiva 1 at napatay pa siya doon. Overextension and probably wrong commit from the side of QSA pero yun yung kanilang lamang ay nabawi din kaagad dito ng Frenzy at yun tinalunan din kaagad pero yun yan na dito na ang ating heavy crossbow tamang trabaho lang pero yung soul quiver and soul was taken away from the life of Burizado. Super Doza with a 2-0-1 pero dito napatay si Dokja. Ugi Shadow Kill, hindi pa natapos double Charmeleon, tumutikan pa, traction force, at yun, napatay, napakagandang bawi doon, coming from Zephyr with that Kini. Akala ko mabubuhay pa doon si Charmeleon, hindi niya nagamit yung skill. Replay tayo, at ito yung nangyari dito sa gitna. After taking that heavy crossbow, nagkaroon din kagad ng assassin mode dito ngayon si Super Dokja, at yun yung naging problema nila. And that's the beauty of Asuyu. Yun, napatay nga doon si Burizado, bumawi na naman sa ibaba ang ating bida ng QSA. Walang iba kundi si Charmeleon pero grabe din kagad yung rotation at yung mobility coming from the skinny at nakababa din kagad sila at binawian yung dalawang makasama and taking that gold advantage away from Charmeleon. Pero obviously, di pa natapos dito. Itong nakuha na ng buwan din ni Alker at yun nga, anong magiging sagot dito ng ating mga kasama from the side of QSA? Are they going to take sacrifice this turret or are they going to defend down to the line? At yun yung naging sagot nila. It's a post 3 for a post 5 trade. Napaka cost din nun considering that we're going to have the late game 7-9 at the momentum shifted for the side of Frenzy at this moment. So titignan natin ngayon anong magiging rotation ulit. So under 1 minute, we're going to have our first Summoned Lord. This is very important for the side of QSA. If they want to equalize the game, they really have to secure this Summoned Lord. Or if not, they try to push on the side lanes, especially the top lane, considering that they still have a threat from the side of FRENZ. Pero makita natin, Alger, natalanan dito, Demonic Force and Demonic Case, ginamit natin, and habol ngayon sa Siva 1, pero Deathly Grasp and the curse blast and deathly grip, nabubulol talaga ako sa skill defect sana pero yun, munti ka pa mag-connect na doon yung soul sever but did not connect at naka-escape na doon, not burning because wala pa siyang flicker out doon pero alam kagad ng information dito ng side ng QSA, may mga nakatago dito sa right pero yun, the confidence coming from Chocolate, tinatayuan niya lang ang mga member dito ng QSA pero yun, Blue with the slam split kagad, only the bottom and top turret second level turret ang nakatayo sa side ng QSA. Pero alam ba dito ni Kalion na may nakabuntot sa kanyang core? Pero dito nakita natin guys, Shiva 1 nabigyan na ng wala dito lang. So probably nagkaroon na ng meet and greet dito sa top lane ang ating Charmeleon and Superdoza off-cam kill doon at napakaganda pinakita ni Camilo pero sinimulan na dito sa buhay ni Madara. Madara daw ang kinabuhi ni Superdoza at 3 for a kill. Pero nagkakaroon ng Kathleen dito sa top lane ha. Ingatan din natin to because this is Bugusta. Pwede pa rin nila tong ma-equalize. After taking that first level turret, pwede siyang rumekta sa mga resources dito coming from Superdoza. Maximizing and capitalizing on the death of Superdoza. Under 5 seconds pa rin nagkaroon ng fishbowl, fish crack, and alternate guard combo. At yun nga, binagsakan ng malala. Pero dito nag-demonic gaze sa Eternal Guard. Wala nang nagawa. Pero yun, dalawa. Dahil dito, si Secret ang napatumba. Okay mga kaibigan, already 11-9. Nakabawi dito konti ang side ng QSA at ito napaka-importante talaga. They can easily burst this down. You still have this Vexana, a good burst, magic burst hero, and you also have this Iritel. Kaya lang, hindi pa nakaabot sa second tier turret na napatalo. We're gonna watch an instant replay. Ano ba nangyari doon? Okay? Napakagandang positioning. Nakita ni Alker, nag-conceal sila dito. Matik agad peaceful fish combo and flicker out kaagad dito si Marshmallow. Hinulog kaagad yung Eternal God at nakapwesto din sila, and that's a good combo coming from this Vexana and Padang of Alker and Marshmallow. I think they really have to go back to their base. They don't have to clear, or they don't need to clear this outside of their base because it's going to be costly, but they're trying to defend this magic shield. Dito naman sa baba, rekta kagad sila. Okay, that Kimino Nawa para to give vision. At yun na nakita dito yung mga tao, 4 members. Binilang dito ng side ng QSA. 1, 2, 3, usado hatulo, 4 lang ang ilang nakita. So possibly, may nagatago-tago. And more na importante po, the vision game. Wala namang alter turrets dito, pero yun nga, munti ka pang ma-burst down dito, pero yun nag-overextend ata sila dito. Yung split, slam, napatay si Chocolate, gi-chocolate talaga siya, kinain dito, pero hinabol ngayon dito, Zephyr, at yun, napatumbag din siya, Borisa, hinabol kasi dalawa, pero shut down, Barmar Shadow, napakagandang follow-up Barmar Shadow, pero sakit yun masakit yun, instant tripping nga tayo. Thank you so much, Pulse JR. Yun, nag-overcommit sila dito. Nag-visual combo ulit. Pero na dito, gulong-gulong. The Shield Unity, back siya. At yun, hindi na siya naka-back siya. Chocolate was taken down. Shiva, gold. Pero napatay din kasi doon ni Secret yung 3 members. Pero nabawian din siya. So that is good to give another item for Marshmallow sinasabi. Marshado. Pero yun ramdam na ngayon ng side ng Frenzy yung pabawi dito ng QSA. Sabi nila, okay, kanina pa kayo makulit. So kami na naman ngayon. So they really have to burst down this turret. Pero yung makita natin dito, another from the walating Pikachu pa rin backline ng patay ni Zephyr. Wala nang mage dito ngayon at alam nila Secret napatay niya si Charmeleon even if that Ogi Shadow kill. Oh no! This is a huge problem for the side of Quantum Satoru Alpha. 4 members down under 30 seconds, and I think it's going to be endable because you still have 1 ninja and also the magic shield was already popped. And I think it's going to be a GG well played. Only Shiva 1 is left to defend. But defend no more because Frenzy is eating them one by one like a piranha in the Amazon. GG well played. 3-0. And the winner for this match of a best of 5 series is no other than Frenzy. GG well played still for Quantum Satoru Alpha for showcasing their skills against Frenzy. But however, this day is definitely going to be the day of Frenzy. And just a quick recap of what really happened during those skirmishes. We have noticed that they have the huge combo. They have a beautiful combo from the side of Quantum Satoru Alpha with that fishbowl fish crack combo coming from Badang. And also you have this Vexana as a huge boost when it comes to the Magic Burst artillery coming from the side of Quantum Satoru Alpha compared to their first 2 games. This gave like a huge advantage when it comes to Magic Burst. Not to mention the Eternal Guard after it being dropped from heavens for for some apparent reason, you don't want to be hit by the Eternal Guard because of the knockback and also the magic damage that it gives you. And also, the Deathly Grasp and the Curse Blast, or the Deathly Grip and the Curse Blast coming from Vexana's skill kit is also a problem for Baksha. If you remember, Baksha could not go directly to the members of Quantum Satoru Alpha because of the Curse Blast and Deathly Grip. However, because of the addition of this Kimi Traction Pulse was a huge wall that Quantum Satoru Alpha needed to answer. And because of that, Magic Burst damage, also the sustain, could not be committed by members similar to Shiva 1 with that blue. It could not contain or sustain all the damage alone. However, Badang with that crowd control was really utilized properly, but it's already already at the point where the game was already too late. Bruno or Secrets Bruno was already hitting members one by one. Given that last skirmish with the triple kill, if you could remember, for the Lord Take, Secret was able to secure 3 kills, 3 hitting members of Quantum Satoru Alpha. However, it was shut down by Vexana by Marshadow. But afterwards, we did feel both Chameleon and also Super Dokja in that game, because the highlight of that game was the rotation of the 4 members coming from Frenzy. Even if we don't have our core Suyo, they were still able to secure their major objective. It's really a problem for both teams. But the MVP during that game was definitely going to be Zephyr with that Kimi, because it really gave like an advantage when it comes to the range and pre-hitting members, and that gave them a momentum that they really needed to cement this win against Quantum Satoru Alpha. So anyways, we're just going to wait for the next match, and you're still watching through International. So it's going to be a full series rather of our series, and our winner for this series is no other than Frenzy X N8IV, or it's N8IV. So GG, well played, and congratulations to the team of Zephyr, also Super Dokja, Super Dojo, and also Secret. So GG, well played. This has been your Super Shoutcaster all the way from the south. So assalamualaikum to our Muslim brothers and sisters watching here all over the world. And also, maayong gabi sa tanan. Catch me again to our next series. And you're watching through International. So don't go away, and we will have more matches in the future.